day is how I like to spend my day.
I had these babies looking at me. I couldn't break down in front of because I did not want them to be afraid.
You know, I've got to be here for them. I have to, because they would be sad and crying, and I'd be like, no crying. It's okay, I got this. I'm mean. I didn't believe it. He says, there's no way to tell you this. It's breast cancer. You have it.
We are music fans. I'll always say, you don't know nothing about that song. That was back in my day.
My junior year of high school, they would call me into the office and they were like, we know that you're in a hotel with your mom and you might need help.
You're in this cycle of $1,600 every 2 weeks for a motel.
They also handed me the pamphlet.
And it said motels to home on it. You spend more money living in a motel than most people spend in rent and mortgage.
Christy had been undergoing chemotherapy treatments for a few months, and she had reached a point where she could not work full-time.
Chemo puts me down for 4 days. I don't know what I'm about to do with my rent.
She is a single mom. On top of that, health issues.
All I kept saying is, why me? What did I do to deserve this?
I filled out that pamphlet. Denise called me and she said, okay, I want you to come to a workshop. I was like, oh, here we go. I don't want to hear nothing about your budgeting stories. Just help me with a place.
You wouldn't really know how much it was affecting her because she always made sure that we were good.
Things started moving into motion. 2 months later, she was still bringing up stuff from that packet. I was like, oh, that packet?
We had just been talking about doing a next level of assistance, enhanced assistance.
I was actually having chemo, and this lady, you know, I just talked to her and told her that I'm having issues. She was like, well, you need to call St. Vincent de Paul and talk to them and tell them your situation. So I called the day I left.
We thought she would be the perfect candidate.
When Karen said, we have discussed that we are going to pay your rent for the remainder of the time that you are gonna have chemo. And I broke down. I started crying. And I said, what? You're joking. She said, no, you go ahead and do what you have to do. Get yourself better. We've got this.
St. Vincent de Paul taught me how not to survive, but to literally live.
Without texting or talking or checking up on me, there was times that I literally just give up. But I do thank you so much. You have no idea.
This place has given me a home for the first time in 30 years.
Your life has purpose, and that gives my life purpose.
Now I think, and it's funny, I can beat anything. It's gone. It's not here anymore. What you gonna throw at me next? I got you.
With all the pain from yesterday.
That's the chorus.